I'm saying that, okay, if the recording is back. What was I talking about, bro?
You were talking of the databases.
All right. So when it comes to databases, too, we have different types of databases. We have the Microsoft SQL, we have Postgres SQL, we have MongoDB, we have which ones? Okay, so among these databases, we have the relational databases, and then we have the NoSQL database. So the NoSQL stands for not only SQL database. So the relational database is the SQL, right? SQL, what does this stand for? This structured
query language.
Structured query language.
Structured query language.
All right. So the structured query language is the relational database. So it aligns to arranges information or data in a table manner. That makes sense. That has each row has a way to access it by a unique data or a primary data. And then each column also has a title name that we can use to associate with the information. All right. So with that being said, I'll entreat you guys to read about databases after this session, because this particular session, we're not going to do anything in databases. So I'm just giving you a brief for you to know what's happening in the next one. All right. So let's go to Django. All right. So like I said, Django is follows the MVT architecture, the model view template architecture. What does that is that when you want to process information, there's a database. When you want to process information, you have to have a model file or a model module whereby you have the structure of your database or your tables in it. And then you have a view file or a view module whereby you specify your logical thinking, like where you want to put what information. And then a template, that's the HTML files to specify where or how to put the data that you're picking from the database. Okay. Can you guys see my screen?
Yeah.
All right. So you can see here that I'm in the Django documentation website. We have I want to show you guys what I was talking about. There's a module layer, there's a view layer, and then there's a template layer, right? So the module layer talks about your databases, query sets, that deals with the ORM, migrations, source ORM. I mean, everything here in the module is on the layer. That's the ORM layer, the Django ORM layer. And then there's a view layer. So the view layer is, you see that it states there that we have, that's why if you want to upload files into your system, right? When you upload it from the template, it gets to the view layer before it even goes to whatever file location or FTP you want to upload the file into. I hope you guys know what FTP is. Okay, so I'm assuming your silence means you know. All right, so the next one is, when it comes to views in Django, we have 3 types of views.
Is that not the file transfer protocol?
Yes, file transfer protocol. All right. So I'm going to put my chat here so that when someone puts a chat, I'll know what they're saying. Then I'll respond. All right.
Okay.
So, and then I was talking about the types of views. We have the class-based views, right? We have the generic class-based views, and then we have the function views or view functions. So for basics or beginner tutorials, we are going to use class-based views or generic class-based views because it helps you to even understand the language better in terms of some OOP concepts like inheritance and the rest. Am I lagging? I feel like I'm lagging. Is the audio all right?
Yeah, it's okay.
All right. Okay. So I'm going to take you guys through. I'm assuming everyone has Python installed on their PC already, right? So
Yes.
I'm going to take you guys through the process of installing Django on your PC, right? Where is the tutorial section? All right. The documentation most times they don't really. All right, so let me go back here. On your if you're using Windows, open PowerShell, right? And then you can check whether you have Python installed by typing Python -v. Wow, is this what? All right. All right, so Python -V.
Version.
Yeah, capital V will give you the version you have, right? So on Windows,
Okay.
On Windows, you normally have the Python installed in a certain directory. That directory normally, I don't know where it's installed. But let's try and see if we can find Django, whether we have Django installed on our PC, right? So I'm going to type Django admin. Okay. Okay. No Django settings specified. All right, let me try with the capital V. Okay. Hey, what's this?
Type the whole version or hyphen version.
All right, so I have Django 3.2 already installed, right? But I'm still going to take you guys through the installation, right? If you don't have Django already installed on your PC, but you have Python installed, type pip install Django. And then when you hit enter, please make sure you're connected to the internet. It will install Django in the directory that it needs to install in. But if it says that you don't have pip installed or pip is not found in your PC, wow, why is this not working? All right. All right. If you don't have pip on your PC, there's a way to get it. So let me know, okay? If you don't have pip installed on your PC, just put in a comment or raise your hand and let me know. But if your PC is also able to install the Django to you, let me know. I mean, those who are following suit on the tutorials.
For me, I already have Django installed on my system.
All right.
Mr. Emma.
Yes.
Can you please go through the process?
What process? Which one? Hello.
Starting from the version.
Please, what's your name?
Amati.
Okay, Amate. All right. So, were you able to? Do you have Python already installed on your PC?
Yes, I.
Okay, if you have Python already installed on your PC, just type pip install Django. That's all. Just type this and hit enter. It will install Django on the PC for you.
How do you confirm? Maybe you've done the install Django. You want to see the version of Django that was installed.
All right, so that was what I did before, right? So Django admin -- version.
Because whenever I do that, I'm told the term Django admin is not recognized as the name of a CMD-let function, script file, or operable program.
But have you installed Django on your PC?
Yeah, I've done the pip install Django.
And it worked?
Yeah, it did.
1 minute. I'll get back to that. All right. Kindly share your screen. Let's see what you're doing.
Okay. Yeah. This is why I did the pip install Django.
All right, so how are you getting Ptmv? Pip install Django. Okay, it's installed. All right, the Django downloaded. The version, try doing it small v and c instead of capital V. Okay, you did that one too already.
Yeah, I tried that. I just okay, I'm coming. I think that is factor V.
All right, so go to
Yeah, it still didn't work.
open control panel. Or on your Windows, right? Click on the start and then search for environmental variables or environment variables.
Is it for environment variables?
Yeah.
Okay.
You're not seeing it. I don't know whether you've opened it. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I've opened it.
Search for environment variables. Yeah, edit the system environment variables. Open it here. Yeah, click on environment variables. So what I'm trying to do is I'm going to check whether the PowerShell is able to recognize the Django in the file or folder that it is in. So let's see. Okay, so on the user, no, not that one. On the path, right? The user variables for Kwesi, the path, that's option variable 1, 2, 3, 4. The fourth variable.
This one.
Yeah, click on it. Close the modal, which is showing. I don't know whether you've closed it already, but it's still showing at my side.
The PowerShell.
No, not the PowerShell. Don't worry, I'm sure you've closed it. Okay, so click on edit. The part, you've clicked on the part, so now click on edit.
Okay. I've clicked on it.
Wow. Okay, close this. Click on cancel. Let's check the system variables and see the part of the system variables. We're sure maybe you can get it from there.
Part of system variables, okay.
Yeah, so select part. Oh, there's no part here.
Yeah, I've done that.
Right,
This is the part.
This is a part.
Yeah.
Wow. Huh. Oh, no. Why have you closed the modal?
Yeah, I've opened the back.
You see the first and second item, right? I don't know. I want to know how or what information it is.
This and this.
Yeah, the first one. Can you show me? I don't know how you can highlight it for all the text to show. Yeah, the first one. Let's see the first one. I think that's where your Python is installed. I don't know why or how. That's where your Python is installed. All right. So can you go to that directory in your folder? Can you open a folder and go to this directory?
Okay. Yeah, this is it.
There's a script folder. Open the script folder. Open the script folder.
Yeah, I've opened it.
Right. You don't have, so it didn't install here. Go back to the PowerShell. Let me see the PowerShell. Were you part of our the Python tutorials that we did?
Yes, please.
Wow. Okay, so you have Okay, so go to your C drive, open users, C, app data, roaming, Python 3.7 scripts. In a folder.
Okay. I'm looking for the
Users, open the users folder.
yeah, these users.
All right, scroll to the top. Most often the app data is hidden, so you have to show it. You know how to show hidden folders, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Open C.
Yeah, I've opened PC.
Okay.
Okay, app data.
App data, right? All right, so
Yeah.
where do we go next?
Roaming.
Roaming. Okay. So from Roman, where do we go?
Python.
You've seen the Python, right?
Yeah.
I mean, your screen is loading fast at your side, but it comes slow here.
Oh, okay. I think Python 37.
Okay.
Science packages. And then
No. Wait. How?
should I go back?
Yeah, go back one more.
But if you have installed your Django, go back to the command for it and let's see.
Point is, I think he has 2 Python installed on his PC, and that's causing some.
Okay.
Go back to the Python 37 folder itself inside, not the science packages.
Okay. Yeah, I'm there.
Open the script folder. What's in it?
I've opened it.
Right. Yeah, but it is not showing here, so that's why I'm quiet.
Okay.
Okay, so Django is here, but your Python is not here. Your Python is somewhere else, and your Django is also here. All right, so we are going to do a quick fix, right? But I'll entreat you to uninstall the Python on your PC and then install it again, maybe after this session. So copy the address folder, copy the address bar, copy the address, go back to the environment variable, paste it there.
Okay.
Grandma.
Yeah.
I should copy it. So I should go to new.
Yeah, new.
So we have done that.
You've done that. All right.
Yeah.
All right. So now click on OK, and then okay. Close the environment variables. Close the PowerShell. Open a new PowerShell, and then try the Django admin command again and see. All right. So whilst you're going to continue, okay. So did anyone want to face any problems while I was trying to install? All right. So I'm going to assume I had an issue.
Okay. It works now.
It's okay now.
It's not a permanent fix. You have, like I said, after the session, uninstall your Python. I don't know, maybe you have to call me and we'll go to the installation of Python later. All right.
Okay. All right. I'm stopping the share.
Okay, so normally I have a folder on my desktop called projects, right? Right. So in that folder, that's where I keep all my code. Yeah, so if you guys don't have that already, maybe you want to create a folder like that. We are going to start a new Django project. And then today what we'll do is I'll try and explain whatever files that comes with the installation of the new project or the creation of the new project. All right. So to start a new project, right, you use the Django admin command, and then the next parameter is start project, which follows by the name of the project, right? So in this case, I'm going to use code boots project. So you see that I didn't get any error. It means that the project created. When I try to move into the project folder, cd code boot, and then I try to list the items in it, you see that I have a folder in it called code boots and then a file called manage.py. All right. So in Django, right, or even in Python, you know, Python is also a scripting language. When you say something is a scripting language, it means that you can interface with it on a terminal, right? Or a bash or a shell, or whatever name operating systems call it. Okay, so in that case, it means that you have to be able to find a way to get to the scripts in that particular framework.
Driver,
Yes, hello.
please, the command to start a project.
Yeah.
You said Django -admin or?
Yeah, Django-admin start project and then the name of the project.
Okay, you don't know. Django-admin start project, and then you give space and bring the name of the project. So where will it create it? Will it default? Why will it go to desktop by default?
If you go to your current directory, so when you open your PowerShell, right?
Yes.
The PowerShell, what's the default directory? Is it a user desktop? Someone should share their screen. Let me see where it goes, or what's that default directory.
Okay.
I saw someone posting a question in the group.
Somebody should share.
Hack me. Who is hack me? I think the command used to check Django on Mac is different from Windows. Yeah, I think so too. All right. Feel free to list install packages. Awesome. We'll get to the other side later. All right. So on Windows, it takes
project is one word.
It takes you to the your user directory. Where please type ls and hit enter. Let's see what's in that folder. So it means that we are in your user profile folder, right? So move into your desktop directory, cd desktop. All right. So now on the desktop, I don't know, for me, I have a folder on my desktop called projects. That's why I put all my coding and other stuff. So I don't know whether you
CD in that project folder, right?
Come again.
It means you have to CD again into that folder.
Yes.
Before you then do Django start project and name it.
Exactly. So is it Kwesi? Kwesi, are you also going to do the same? They're going to create a folder on your desktop and do that.
Create a folder on the desktop. Name it Django projects.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm doing that.
CD into that Django projects, and then you bring the command Django admin over to command prompt. Yes. CD into the new folder you created. But you're already on desktop, right? Okay, CD desktop.
Yes, so I've done that.
So CD on your terminal on the PowerShell CD project, and then do the Django admin, start project, and the project name. Let's all use the same project. Code boot project. Kusi, you asking something? Or? Yes. Hello.
So do Django dash admin.
Mr. Ofosu.
Yes, so Django dash admin start project is one word. So Django dash admin start project, and then the name of the project. So the name of it, let's use
Start project.
underscore project.
Project. Space. Keep that name of project.
You said the start project is together.
Yes,
it's one word. Yes, start project is one word. Okay. Then you give space. Bring the name of the project you want.
All right.
So one is
so I'm allowing this because this is recorded. For those using the Windows, when you get a chance to watch it on YouTube, you know how to go about it on your as well.
Yeah, so I can use any name, right?
Yeah, use the code boot for project name.
Code boot. And then I'll enter.
Yes. Did you get any error?
Okay. No.
All right, so I'm sharing my screen back. All right, so
no error.
After you do this command, right, you can go and check the folder you created the project in. You will find, where is it? Let me check my code boot projects. Do I have code boot here? I think I have it here. So here's it. So code boot project, inside the project folder, I have a folder in it called code boot project, and then a file, a Python file or Python module called manage.py. So in the code boot project, it comes with initial files that specifies initial things for the project. I mean, for the web application, right? So this is a settings file. This is the main URL file. And this is wsig.py. So that is what enables us to have a request and a response on the web app. And then this one is asynchronous. So this one is synchronous, right? The WSGI is synchronous, and then ASGI.py is asynchronous. You guys should read about these things because these are things that when you go on the internet to search for it, you'll get the meanings for them. I don't want us to go into that right now. In Python, right, for every folder that you create, I mean in Django, for every folder that you create in Django or in the Django project folder, you should have an init file in it. You guys remember what an init is? Hello? Oh, we've talked about init though. Come on, guys. One more name is out. All right, so so init is initialized.
Yeah, they just tested our previous knowledge and they seem to be none, eh?
Yeah. Initializer is usually in classes, right? So in the directory base, I think they relate or identify folders as classes, and then each module as a method in a class. So that's why there's an init here. All right. Okay, so I'm going to open this folder, the main project folder in VS Code, so that we'll see the codes in the files in the project. Also, I'm going to start with the manage.py, right? One thing I like about Django is that with all the files or the packages that comes with it, they make sure they put comments in it, right? Or in strings that you can read to understand what the file is about. So you can see that the line 2 says that Django's command line utility for administrative tasks. So like I said, for scripting, if you want to hit a certain command, you have to start with Python manage.py. So that means all the scripts or the commands in Django when you do Python manage.py. All right. So you see, it goes, I think there's it goes, you see where we have the try from django.core.management, import executes from command line. So it imports all the command line tools or scripts that comes with Django, and then it makes it for us to access them with a terminal. Okay. That's the manage.py file. The next one is the settings file, which is the big one. If you understand what the settings file does, your work will become much easier. So the comment here says that Django settings for the project name generated by, you see the command that we entered to generate it, you see Django admin start project. And then it goes on to import a path lib. Then all of these things are not things that we should worry about. All right, so the main thing here, the main items you have to consider is the debug equals to true. So the debug equals to true, what it does is that it enables us to have error messages when there's an error in the code, instead of showing us blank pages like 404, error 404 or 403 forbidden or 500 server, internal server error. Don't worry, we'll talk about all these errors and what they mean, or error codes and what they mean later. Yeah, it's in a much advanced class or series. We'll talk about it. And then allowed host is where you specify, especially when we want to host this project on a production server, right, or on another server, you have to specify the server details, or to enable this system or website or web app to be accessible on any server whatsoever, you will just put asterisks, so quoted asterisks in the list square brackets, right? So installed apps is, as you can see what the comment is stating here, application definition. In Django, right, we have the project level, and then under the project, we have different applications that comes to the project. We're going to create our own applications, so don't worry. So applications here is like the features. So we have the user feature, that'll be one application. We have the, let's say, contact us feature. We can have that one to another application. You get it? So Django enables us to have all these applications to make sure the code is easily manageable and identifiable. So Django comes with its own applications that it gives us for free. It's a free framework, so definitely this will be free. So we have the admin, auth, content types, sessions, messages, and then static files. So as we are going on, we are going to meet all of these guys, and then I'll explain what they do. Yeah, as we get there. So middlewares are for security, some form of security checks, items that Django does not want us to bother about. You know, Django is one of the most secure frameworks in the world. The most secure web frameworks, because it enforces security on its usage. When you are trying to fetch data, when you're trying to send data to the server, Django enforces cross-site reference, forgery, security. All those kind of checks, Django ensures that we have them in place for something like password, right? Django ensures that the password parameter is not in a certain range, as in a certain words cannot be your password. Like password cannot be your password. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cannot be your password. I think it's a long list of passwords. About the last time I checked, it was about 2,000 words or combination of characters that you cannot use as a password, right? So all of them sits or comes with the middleware list here that you can see. And then we have root URL conf. So anywhere you see conf, it stands for configuration. So this is the path to the main, you see the name itself states it clearly, to the main URL file. So which is here, the urls.py module file here. So it states where your base URL will be, the URLs that leads to your apps. So you have a user's app, it has to have a base URL for it and all that. Don't worry. These details, we understand it clearly as we're going on. So templates. So the templates dictionary here has, templates list here has a dictionary in it. I hope you guys have not forgotten what dictionaries, list, and tuples are. If you have, just let me. I'll explain it sharp, and then we'll go on.
But if you do a sharp explanation, it will help.
Oh, but you are disappointing me.
No, we in fact, you know, because every weekend we have to we're doing the
I know that is not an excuse.
yes with
whatever excuse you're going to give.
It's actually not an excuse, but you know, particularly Alaji didn't attend the Django lessons. You start the first one you started, we were still in class when you started at 5. You remember that?
Anyway, don't worry. So in Python, in other languages, we have arrays and the rest. In Python, it comes with sets. So in Python sets, we have a list, we have a tuple, and then we have a dictionary. A list is what comes with a square bracket. A tuple is what comes with the round brackets, and then a dictionary is what comes with the curly braces, right? So
the curly braces, yeah.
Dictionaries have keys, and it's a key value pairing. What I mean is that you see backend here is a key, and then the value here is a Django dot templates dot, you see, that one is a key. Is a value. Yeah. The DIRS is a key, and then the empty list here is the value. So the templates list here stipulates where your template files will be. Template files, as in your HTML files, you're going to store where you're going to store your HTML files. So you see, we have an empty dir here. So normally you're going to specify it as, how do we even do it? Does anyone know how we do it? I've forgotten. All right, I think I've remembered. Let me just do it. Base there, and then that's templates. All right, so that will mean that when the code or the server is running, right, it's going to look out for a folder name called templates inside this code project folder, right? And then we have the context processes. We're going to talk about these guys later, in more, I think, in another level of the tutorials. Because if I explain it now, I'm actually going to confuse everybody.
Okay.
And then databases, right? So you see, in every web application or desktop application, desktop applications that speak with a database or any system with a database, they have a connection string, right? So the connection string that sets the parameters of the database that you're trying to connect to. But with Django, Django comes with a file called db.sqlite3 by default. So it is a paper or a file database. What that means is that it is not reliable. One, it is not secure, and it is not a database that you use or you should use for production. It's just for your testing of your code and all that. So that's what we're going to use for this tutorials. I mean, when we start writing real codes, and later on, we'll try to see how we can connect to other databases on our PC. So you remember I talked about password validations, middlewares, right? So this is what I was talking about. Django specifies or sets these parameters. See, it says that when you are setting the password, you shouldn't have the user attributes similar validator. What this is, or what this does is, whatever the person's name is, right? The user's name is, it should not be part of the password that you're trying to create. And then it has minimum length validator. I think the minimum length is 6 or 8 for a password. And then the common password validator, that's the 2000 words or more I was referring to. So Django checks through them to make sure that the password they are setting does not fall in any of the words in the 2000 list. And then the numeric password validator, it checks that your password has a number. If you have a number, it is going to hit up with an error. All right, language code. These are items that we don't have to worry about. You see that it has set the default time zone to UTC. So the default time zone is picked from your system's time zone or your PC's time zone. If your PC's time zone is not UTC, you're not going to see UTC as your time zone parameter. All right, and then there's the static URL bits. So Django assumes that it's not every website or any web app, it's not every web app that you will need, you have your own CSS or JavaScript in hosted locally on your PC. Sometimes you have them as CDN, content delivery network. Yes, sometimes you have them as CDNs. Example is Bootstrap CDN or Materialize CSS CDN. So it does not enforce it like the way it enforces for the templates list here. Please, are you guys following?
Yes.
All right. And then this is a new thing that was introduced, I think, in Django 3 upwards. So like it says the default primary field for you by default for every modules file for every table that you create in a modules file. All right, so does anyone have any question about this?
Yes.
Please ask.
Right now, it means that if I create an app using Django, I can host it anywhere and then it will be online.
Oh yeah, you can. You can host it on, I mean, it's not every cloud. It was there recently that I realized that you can even host it on cPanel. Someone was, I think in one of the groups that I am part of, there's a way to configure your cPanel to accept or to have Nginx or Apache on it. Do you guys know about Nginx or Apache?
No, please.
There's only one person talking here. Oh, please, I really like it when the class is interactive. It makes me feel like you're all taking part in it. Hello?
Yeah.
Hi, ma.
Amate, say something. Also, AJ. Yes.
I have a hosting account with one of the hosting companies. It means if I have an app developed I can host it on my channel. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, you can. That's what I'm saying, that with cPanel, you have to configure it further. With cPanel, you can just host a static website on this without doing anything. You can just copy the files and put it on the server, and then you're cool, right? But when it comes to apps like Django, you have to set up your Nginx in the server and then be able to host it. But normally, Python has certain servers that you can host on. One of them is Heroku. Robert and I, we use Heroku a lot. And I mean, there are others there that you can use, but I mean, the popular one that we use is Heroku. Heroku makes you or enables you to host your Django app easily by just following some few steps, and then you're cool. Any other question from anyone?
And is it a paid hosting?
Yeah, they have the free bits, and then they have the premium bits. So when it is free, it means that there are some limits on the free, but you can use the free, especially for prototyping or I mean demonstrating to your clients and whatsoever. Yeah.
Okay.
Any other question? I want to go to the URLs file. Okay. So this is the main URL file. As we are going on, I'll be saying these things very well. I mean, I'll be saying it a lot. Main URL or base URL. When I say base URL, I'm referring to this file. When I say main URL, I'm referring to this file. So the URL patterns, lists, routes, URLs to views, right? So you see that they have an example of how to go about it with function views and class-based views. I mean, Django is very sweet. I mean, they even show you how to code in it. Like I show you how to code in it. All right.
See, the Robert is on this platform. The JavaScripters are on this platform. So when you are praising Django too much.
Robert, you know
anyway, that's by the way.
All right, so when it comes to the URLs, it shows you how with everything on the browser or everything on the web, it comes with a URL, right? And the URL has a name, and the URL holds a resource or comes with a resource. That's what shows at the content side of the browser, right? So it's the same meaning we have here. When you look at the example we have for the function base, we see that the first bit of it is the name of the URL. The second bit of it is the name of the view. Remember I mentioned that the view is the logical part, right? Where you put your logics. And when you're done with that, you link it with your template. And after that, you definitely
then show on the browser.
Yes. So when you show it in the browser, this is how you show it in the browser with a URL. Okay, so the name part here is optional. It's optional because it is used in Django. It is not actually used anywhere else but in Django. We'll find the use of it later on. So by default, right, Django comes with the admin URL. One of the most powerful things about Django is its admin portal. Django itself comes with an admin portal, which helps you to do CRUD. You guys know what CRUD is, right? Create, read.
No.
They create, read, update, and delete.
Exactly, CRUD. So when you specify your models in your models file, we're going to see what a models file is later. Your models file, right? Django enables you to be able to link it to the Django admin app so that in case when you're writing the code, you add something to the database and you want to delete, but you don't want to go to the database, you can just go to the Django admin portal and then click on it or click on whatever object it is to delete it. You can also add objects there and all the items, all the CRUD actions that you can do or you want to do, you can do it on the Django admin portal. It's a very, very fun interface and it's very useful to us as well. All right, so these are the things I would like to talk about.
It's only at the back end, right?
Yeah, yes. So yeah, thank you. It's nice to ask this question. In case you are going to production, when you're done building your web app and you want to go into production, you just have to comment this particular line or this particular part so that whoever tries to access the admin will not be able to access the resource, the admin resource or the admin URL. All right, so I'd like us to start continuing with the configuration. We're not done. I wanted to just explain these things. Do you guys know about virtualization or virtual boxes? Hello, virtual box.
Yes. I'm just laughing at somebody who dodged virtual box somewhere and has come to meet it again. Yeah.
All right. So
it is just like creating another PC on your PC.
Yeah, that is what virtualization is like in the larger sense, right? But let's bring it home to Python. So in Python,
Yes.
when we say
Okay.
virtualization in Python, we are talking about creating instances of Python on your PC, right? You know, the installation we did, the initial installation of Python we did when we started the Python tutorials, we installed the main Python. You get it? So now, when you want to do any project in Python, right, it is advisable and highly, what's the word to use? Highly suggested that you have your project in a virtual box or virtual environment. That way, whenever you push that project to another server or to another PC, it will be easy to configure it without worrying about the main Python. I don't know if I'm making sense. So it's somehow like what containerization is, Docker and the rest.
Come up again.
All right. Okay, so let me just do this in practice, right? Maybe you understand. When you install Python fresh, right, you're gonna have a file called you're gonna have a package called virtual env, right? Okay, what am I getting here? All right, let me do virtual version. Oh. Okay. Okay. So what virtual env does is, right? When you create a project in Python, it doesn't have to be even Django or anything that you are doing in Python, any project, whether you're building a desktop application with it or you need packages, right? You need a package to do something and all that. Most times, those packages do not come with Python, right? If you don't use virtual environments, that means when you try to install those packages, it goes directly to your main Django installation. Like when we install the Django right now, right? Was it Acquisys PC? You see that it went straight into the where your Python was installed, right? Okay, so what virtual environment does is now all your packages that is precisely for the project that you're doing will not be installed in the main Django. I'm sorry, in the main Python folder. It will be stored in a folder in the project. Does this make sense to anyone?
Yes.
Oh, please, why is only one person responding to this? Robert, are you home yet?
Yes.
Imam, yo.
You're home? Or you're still not home?
No, I'm not home yet.
All
yeah,
right.
you can see my network is going on and off.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
All right.
You are chilling outside, but don't freeze.
All right, so that being said, you guys should try the command that I typed, right, to see if you have the virtual env on your PC before we continue. If you don't have that, then we'll have to install for you right now. I'm waiting for like 2 minutes for you guys to those who are trying to try to see.
What's the command, please?
It was virtual env -- version.
Brahma, if the way you can zoom your screen a bit, your writings are very small, right?
Wow.
We are unable to see much.
All right. How do I zoom in Zoom?
If it's not possible to, we can manage.
Is there a way to zoom in Zoom?
No. No, I think to your shared screen, Ibrahim, Robert usually press something plus be like, is it control plus or something plus? Robert, where are you?
Zoom, I've seen Zoom somewhere. Wow.
Please, let's continue. It's okay.
I'm having error here.
What error are you having? Kindly share your screen. Let's see.
Okay.
When I tried virtual EMV dash version, I got virtual EMV 20.7.2.
All right, that means you have it, right?
From C folder users, strongman, app data, local programs, Python 39, lib, then site packages, virtual EMV init. Wow.
All right, so who is sharing their screen now? Who is this?
Amate.
Amate.
Yeah, Amate.
Amate, it means you don't have this on your PC, right? I don't know why you should have it. How do you know where your Python is installed? Can you go to that folder?
No, I don't know where it's installed.
All right, so go to your folder, open your folder on your PC.
Okay.
I don't know if you've opened a folder, it's not showing. I don't know whether you are only sharing the PowerShell.
WhatsApp, the computer. Oh, yeah,
Hack me.
Please, I see my screen.
Hack me. We'll talk about Ptmv soon, okay? Don't worry, I know about Ptmv. I was using before I realized that using virtual EMV is powerful. Okay, don't worry. Amate, your PC is showing the PowerShell. I'm thinking you're only showing the PowerShell. Show your desktop itself so that we can see everything else. Hello, Amate. Right now, your inbox is showing to us, so I'm looking at your email. It's not fair. Please don't show us your email, okay? All right. Go to the C drive. Open the users folder. Oh, where are you? All right. I'm assuming this is your user folder, right? Your app data is not showing. So show
Yes.
show hidden folders, okay?
I should do what?
Do you know how to show hidden folders?
No, please.
All right, so click on view on the menu bar, click on view.
I should click on view.
Yeah, on the menu bar.
Python 3 now.
Yeah, I'm there.
Self them.
I'm on view.
Oh,
Click install.
I think there's hidden items.
Just
yeah,
Right.
click on the hidden items.
them. VEMV.
Right.
Material, what are you doing?
It's on your right.
Yeah, check the hidden. Yeah.
Yeah, it's checked.
Do you see app data in the folders?
Yes.
Open the app data. Is it Enoch or AJ? AJ, where did we find yours? So it's not here. I think it's in Roman.
PY-M. PY-M. Hit install.
My Python was
That's
in
upgrade.
a different location, and then we found the Django in another location.
Yeah, where we found your Django? No, where was it?
Okay. It was in local.
It's in local.
Yeah.
So
No,
where?
I keep run.
Can we speed up a bit so that we can try and do as much as we can? Click on programs and let me see. Was it in programs?
No, but I keep run. I keep install them.
Oh, Ante.
Local. No, updated local. Programs. You have passed it. It's down there. Then you go to Python.
All right. Go to open the script folder. Right, so go back to the terminal, right? And then do pip install virtual env. But AJ, do you have the virtual env on your PC?
Don't find a version.
No, I also don't have it.
All right, so install it, okay? Pip install.
Virtually NVIDIA.
I'm installing it.
All right.
Hyphen. Virtual.
All right, so when you are able to install it, try the command again, the virtual env dash version, and then make sure you have a version or you have a success message. Then we continue.
Hey, me want for me.
Why?
Sorry. Like it's been through. I've been through a hell, Charlie, with this one. Hey.
Yeah. So a PY-M pip hyphen version. No. And it's a pip or in the M report in the one pip.
Can we continue?
Yes.
All right, so now what we are going to do is, I hope you guys are in the project directory, right? The project name directory. Mine is CodePut project folder. I hope you guys are in the directory in your terminals.
Okay. Anyway. Okay.
Yes.
All right, so the next thing we do is to type this command, virtual env, and then the name of the virtual env. I'm going to name my Ptmv, right? When I hit enter, I get a message saying that created virtual environment, blah, 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 blah.
So, now, guys, command virtual env space, then killer and Ptmv. Yes.
You have someone is typing for you, right?
Yes, please.
That's,
I told you I have only one hand.
yeah.
I brought somebody to be doing my typing.
All right.
Let's see
So after that, right, when you go back to your ID, you'll see that we have a new folder in it called Vtenv. That's the name that we use to create it. Are you guys seeing the same thing?
Yes.
All right. So now we have our own Python in our project. Now, when we write a command or whatsoever, we're not going to refer to the main Python installation that we have on the PC. So before anything else, we have to activate this Ptmv folder. To do that, we will type on Mac, right? The command for Mac is Ptmv bin, and then activate, right? And for Windows, I'm typing the command in the comment section for you guys to see, and then you type it. Okay. So I've typed it in the comments section. Please let me know when you're able to type it and it works for you.
So go folder, go a folder, man. What you mean?
Are you guys okay?
Yes, it works.
Right, no error.
Yeah. No, let's get yet to do the activation.
Okay. So HackMe, right? HackMe was asking why are we not using Ptmv? So Ptmv is a framework on virtual env itself. What that means is that what we are doing with virtual env, Ptmv uses the same thing, but just that Ptmv, it creates a folder somewhere else in the user profile, and then it stores all the virtual instances there. right? One way it is good, but another thing is sometimes you would like to push your virtual folder along with another production or to another server. With virtual env, you cannot do that. You get, because with virtual env on every server, you have to install your project again with virtual env. So that is why I feel right now we should not use it, because I mean, then how to show you where the file or your folder has been installed in and all that. Can we continue? Yes.
My activation has failed.
Please share your screen. Let's see.
Okay. Can you see my screen now?
Yeah. Let me see your show.
Am I doing the right thing?
What I'm seeing right now is your browser. I'm looking at your browser. I'm not seeing your PowerShell.
This is, have you seen the PowerShell now? Hello?
Okay.
Can you see my command now?
Tahiru.
Yes. Yes.
Type ls. Let me see what's in this folder.
ls.
I think his command didn't use ./env instead of vnv.
But Tahiru, I feel you're not doing the right thing. Hold on. Don't type this. Hold on. Where is your project folder? Open the folder itself. Let me see something.
This is it.
Oh, okay. All right. So go back to the terminal.
This is the folder.
Go back to the terminal.
Okay, I'm here.
Do cd plot app.
I should do cd
plot app. So you have not moved into the project folder. You are doing the virtual environment. So move into the project folder, and then now create the virtual environment.
It's like I'm in the project folder. Oh.
You're in the Django
new project.
So when I say project folder, I'm referring to the plot app project folder.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. CD
space
plot app.
Yeah. And then do the virtual env venv.
Where?
No, Tahiru. Type the virtual env space. You have to create the virtual env again.
Virtual env space
venv. No,
venv.
Yeah.
Why is it delayed?
I may have an idea why. I think you're already in the virtual environment. Did you hit enter when I said you shouldn't? You did.
Yes, I did.
You shouldn't have. So do you know how to escape from this? I think it's Control C or so.
Control C. The boy is still not minding me. Oh, look at this.
Don't worry, it's normal. These things, beginners, it's normal for you guys to face these issues. As you're going on, you master and then doing this easily in the future.
So every time we do new app, we have to do virtual environment for it.
Exactly.
The control C is just not minding me.
Close the terminal.
Let me close the virtual, the PowerShell.
Yeah, close the PowerShell and then open another one.
So I can then just open it here straight away. So now I'm opening straight into the straight into the folder. I'm no more going to CD there. I'm already in it.
Nice. I didn't know this before. Thanks for showing this trick. All right, so now why are you laughing? Go back to the folder. Go back to the folder.
Okay. I should go back and do it again.
No, go back to open the folder.
Okay, I'm here.
Delete the Ptmv folder. I'm not sure it completed before you close it, so delete it.
Okay.
All right, now
I'm back here.
Yeah, in the PowerShell, do the virtual Ptmv.
Virtual EMV. Virtual EMV. VEMV. Okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
Awesome. So now do the activation.
So the activation is
backward slash. Yeah, backward slash. Yeah, then
VEMV
backward slash
script.
Yeah, plural.
The script is small s.
After S.
Another slash.
Activate
it.
Small a.
Small a.
Yeah.
A small one.
Small a.
Is it like this? Is that it? Will there be S?
The script has S, yes. The script is plural. So another slash and then activate. The activate is small.
With capital A.
Small a.
No, small a.
Okay, it worked that way. It's nice, cool.
But it's like it has activated.
Yeah,
I've seen it in brackets at the corner there.
Exactly. So when it's activated, you see that to be in brackets at the front. Nice. So we're on the same page now, right?
Yes. Yes.
All right.
So let me stop my sharing.
Okay, so now we are going to install Django in this project. And then we can go on. So now we'll do, on my PC, I have to do Python 3. But you on your PCs, yours is Windows. So on your PCs, you do Python. No, sorry, pip 3, and then you do install Django. So on yours, you do pip install Django.
Pip install.
Yeah, pip install Django.
Again. I remember we did this pip install Django some time past.
Yeah, so that one we installed it inside the main Python. Do you get it?
Okay. What we? Oh yeah. No. Training and image.
My network is slow here, so it is taking time. Oh.
Even me myself. I've gone far ahead of you.
I'm getting an error.
Installing collector, mine is completed. Mine is completed.
All right. I think mine was network hanged.
This network should stop. Oh. Please, your area there, can you use who are you?
Come again.
Which area are you? Where do you live?
I'm a Kaswa.
Tomorrow we have to call Setline, see if they have a tower around your area. If you can get Setline, then we have to find a way to get Setline for you so that.
Setline is not in my area. I've asked them before. Wow. This thing is failing continuously.
Your area there.
So they are not, like the network does not reach here.
Okay. Well, that's what I'm using. Brahma. Mr. Emma. Hello. Mr. Emma.
Hello, I'm here.
This means that creation and activation of this virtual environment should be our daily activity.
Yes. So when you want to start a new project, you have to, when you do that, after you've done a Django admin start project, then you create a project, a virtual environment for it. After that, to activate it, then you install Django or whatever, or any kind of package that you want to have in the, in the project, you install it after you've activated a virtual environment.
Okay. Meaning, so if you are working on the project, then you stop and you close, and then you come back, you want to continue working on it. Will you have to start the virtual environment?
Okay, nice question. So when you take a break from the project and you're coming back, you just have to activate the virtual environment. You see that when you create a virtual environment, it creates inside the project folder. So you don't need to create it again. You get it?
Okay.
You just have to activate it. Yeah.
Okay. So it's only the active when you go to your command line and you navigate to the project folder, you only activate virtual environment.
Yes.
Before you can continue working on the project.
Yeah.
That is okay.
Any other question? Whilst my antenna is installing, do you guys have any other questions? We'll try and answer that. Wow.
I was thinking that you should stop this process and start the installation afresh. Maybe to pick a better network.
Are you sure? Where it has reached? It's almost done. Oh.
Okay, then let's wait.
Yeah.
Let's wait. After this is coming to, it will come and download the install the collected packages.
Yeah.
Anyway, but that one is smaller because this is 7.9 megabyte. But the other one that is 503 kilobyte, which will be faster.
Yeah. I don't know what's wrong with my network this evening, but I think the next step is, okay, so someone should share their screen. Let's go on with it. Whilst my thing is trying to install.
Let's share ours.
Yeah.
Share screen. Share. Oh, look at me. Can you see my screen now?
Yes.
So this is my PowerShell.
Awesome. So now Django is installed, right? Now open the ID you are using. Is it VS Code?
VS Code, yeah.
All right. So normally this is what I do. I have my PowerShell, especially when I'm using VS Code. I have my PowerShell running my server, and then I have, VS Code has a terminal in it. I have that one for if I have to do any command, I use that one for the commands. All right, so now I want us to run the server, right? Now that we've been able to install Django, we're going to run the server, see the web page, then we can end for today. Okay, so open the PowerShell again.
Okay.
To run the server, you type this command, Python manage.py run server.
Manage.py
Run server. All right, so let's try and understand what's this. You see, this is a server which has run successfully. What it's telling us that system check identified no issues, and you have 18 unapplied migrations. We're going to talk about what migrations are in another session. And then when you run the command, that if you want to make sure that the migrations that they're asking of they go away, you have to run the next command that they're suggesting, the Python manage.py migrate. And then it shows you the time that you run the server, the Django version. It shows that this is a development server that you've run, and then you can access it at 127.0.0.1:8000, right? So open any browser and then hit this server that you're talking about and see whether or what will show up.
So this, right?
Yes.
I've just copied it in a very lazy way.
No problem.
Hey. Oh, see me. Okay. So I've pasted this here. why I don't like Edge.
All right, I think mine is done installing. Let me try and share my screen again so that
Okay.
see how we can continue. All right. So you see that my server is running, right? Now, when I go to the browser, type 127.0.0.1:8000. It shows that the install worked successfully. Congratulations. You are seeing this page because the bug is true and we don't have any other configurations in the URL. All right. So when you see this page, when you're seeing this page, it means that our Django installation was successful, right? Any question? I'm going to mention people's names so that you ask questions. Amate, please, do you have any questions? Hello, Amate. I feel like most of you guys have gone through this process already, so that's why you're not asking questions. It's like, okay, we've done this before, so.
Right, we'll get to the place where if people have gone through, where they should display the knowledge they have.
Hack me, you've not said anything. You're in a group, you always put comments, but you've not said anything in the chat session. Hack me, please, I want to hear your voice. Is it a lady or a guy?
Please, I'm a guy.
Okay, I'm sure you've done a bit of Django before, right? Or you've done anything in Python before?
I'm the guy that I've been testing you on WhatsApp.
Oh, okay. Okay. Oh, okay, nice. Don't worry, we'll get to the part that you guys are waiting for. We'll be building Dono systems and you guys will be confused and I'll be laughing at you. I do that a lot. I laugh at people a lot, so I should be ready. All right, let's do one more thing and then we can end, okay? So now we have our server running here. You see that when I hit the local host 8000, the server is reading the resource that I've hit. That's get, right? The request I made was a get request and it was the main URL. That's why we have the // and then it says that it was a success. So status is 200, right? And then it tries to get certain static files, which comes with Django by default. All right. Now we are going to, in your, what's the name? In your VS Code, you are going to create a new app, right? You remember I mentioned that in Django, you have a project, and then in the project level, we have applications in the project, right? And I said that the applications are like the features of the project. So I'm going to identify my virtual environment here. Here's it. Click here so that I can get my terminal. Then you can see that because I selected the right virtual environment, it has activated with the terminal of the visual code. Now, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to create a new app, right? To do that, the command is Python 3, in my case, Python 3, in your case, it will be Python manage.py. Then the command is start app. Yes.
Please show us how to start the command on Visual Studio, VS Code.
All right, so let me see your screen. Share your screen.
Okay. Share. Okay. Am I here?
All right, so you
Can you
see
see me?
down there, right? Down there, it is showing Python 3.9.6. Click on it. Click on that thing.
Okay. This one.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, and then you see that there's a refresh button beside the select interpreter. All right, okay.
Yeah, I've seen it.
Select the recommended one, the one that they are saying is recommended.
Recommended. Hey. Which one? Okay, this one.
Yes.
Okay.
All right, so now click on the, come down again. You see the cancel icon and then the alert icon. Click on that side. No, it is the one beside the one beside the Python.
Yeah.
Yes, click on that one.
The cancel one.
Yeah, click on any of them. I mean, it's one text. When click opens the same thing.
Okay.
Expand,
All right.
expand it.
I have done. Yeah, I've done that. You expand it.
Yeah, pull it up a bit.
Allow yourself to be pulled. Okay.
So click on terminal.
I've done the expansion. Terminal.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm here.
All right, so I'm going to share my screen again.
Okay.
All right, so from here, the command I typed was Python 3 manage your PY, start app, and then the name of the app is, I'm going to use my app, right? For example's sake. So my app, for some reason, my PC is freezing. I don't know why. And then after that, you hit enter. When you come back to the folder directory or part at the side of the VS Code, you will see that the command that I hit created a folder called my app, right?
Yes. I think I've just tried mine.
Awesome. So now
I created new plots and it has come. It has come together with the plot app.
exactly. Nice. All right. So in the next session, we're going to explain what these files are, what they do, and how we are going to use it to work and all that. I hope this session was okay for you guys.
Very, very okay.
It's okay.
We are now Django developers.
I mean, yes. I mean, you are now Django developers. All right. So this time we'll be doing the sessions every Saturday. I'm not gonna put in posts like 2 weeks, or every Saturday. I'll
That's okay.
And then
that would be excellent. We really want to be.
Questions? Okay, so I'm going to put your homework in a group so that next time in the next session, we wouldn't have to struggle like the way I had to explain databases to you guys again and what you guys have forgotten in Python and all that.
Yeah, in fact, we have really forgotten a lot.
All right.
All the introductory lesson is just like you have to start it again, but at least it's getting more interesting. We are, in fact, trying our hands, it's getting more interesting. So give us more homework and let's use that to prepare against next week, Saturday.
All right, so thank you guys for this session. We'll continue next week, Saturday.
Thank you very much.
Wait,
gradually, you are just...
Who do I give the recording to? Or how do I upload it?
Give it to, let Robert have it. Robert will upload it for us.
Unless maybe you share via Google Drive.
All right, I'll do that.
Or I can give you access to the code boot channel so that you just upload it straight away.
Cool, that one too. I think that will be better to save internet costs and all that.
Yeah.
That will be better.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, so I'll give you access.
Okay.
Okay, guys, thank you very much. Thank you, Ma, for giving us this introduction to Django. And we are sure by the end of the class, everyone is going to be a Django Python developer. Guys, tomorrow we are starting Vue.js.
Yes.
And I'm begging you have to revise on your JavaScript very, very well. Though, like I said, Vue.js is a framework on its own. It has most of the inbuilt what do you call it, functions or library that you just call them and they perform certain tasks for you. But you can also dodge JavaScript because there are certain parts that you need JavaScript to work on. So tomorrow, God willing, and the same time we are meeting on Vue.js.
I'll join. I'll join. It's been a while I did anything in Vue, so I'm very rusty in Vue. I'll join that session. Okay, it's nice. It's a flexible.
Excellent.
Okay.
That'll be excellent. Brother, let me tell you, Robert just going to learn Python like that too, because he told us last week that he will join this lesson and learn with us. You see, tomorrow you are also joining to refresh your Vue knowledge.
I have to even watch the video because the day of today I haven't been at home and I just got home trying to do some iron and stuff. So I'll have to watch the video again.
Yes. Oh, it has been very well, but very practical. You know, Brian, in fact, thanks so very much.
Thank you, guys.
You usually will not get this in any classroom. When you have all the time for us to attend to every little problem we have, you know, you are just raising programmers like that. And we assure you, when we go into the, the tech world, we will not disappoint you. You will be happy to, and you'll be happy to assign any of us to do a project, when you are busy.
Anyway, Robert, thank you. Thank you, guys. See you next week. See you tomorrow. I'll be here tomorrow. So bye-bye.
Okay.